Corliss. I'm the chair of the Brussels New Generation Group. We are aspiring to be the leading international network for young professionals in Brussels. Before we start, I'd just like to say thank you to Cambre Associates, integrated public affairs and public relations company, for sponsoring the event tonight.
We have this survey that we can go through a few of the questions that, frankly, to me, some of the answers were quite surprising. That the perceptions and the reality show a disconnect.
Informal briefings are bloody important, yeah. Especially when it's a very, very technical question or a technical issue, and you really need to you really need to nail the issue.
I also like to have an informal briefing, if possible, just a coffee and discussion on background.
Don't you need sort of like a local peg to be able to broaden to talk about the big picture? Don't you need like a small picture to deal with it, right?
I think it can help, especially if it's something that's very, we get a lot of policy stuff it's really hard to write about it in a kind of appealing, accessible way.
If the stories are happening by technocrats and experts and lawyers behind closed doors, and we have to try to winkle out what the real story is, it makes it that much more difficult for citizens, for readers, for editors and for journalists to tell a compelling story. You think about the characters that you do know out of Brussels, and these are characters who would be real characters in the national system, or probably already were. People like Vivian Redding, who, whether you agree or disagree with what she does, she's a real character.
Their job is to sell a certain point of view or side of the story, but to the extent that they acknowledge the other side or some of the other issues, then that just makes me think that they're more credible and serious.
It gives you more credibility if you're able to say, well, they'll say this, and this is why they're wrong, but they will say this.
It's important to say a big thank you as well to the team here at the British Chamber who make all of these events possible. I'd like to thank as well our Brussels New Generation core group, which is a group of 10 or 12 people who get together, brainstorm and develop these kind of events with interesting people like you.